Hello, everybody. Welcome to WrestlePoint. We are back for another week of wrestling. We are here to do Elimination Chamber predictions because Elimination Chamber is this Saturday. Hopefully this will be out before then. We can talk a little bit about Raw. We can talk about AEW last week because usually I don't think we've talked about AEW much on
No,
the
we haven't.
podcast. But Dom, you watched AEW this week. I watched bits and pieces of AEW this week.
Yeah.
So, um, what's your overall thought on AEW's direction going into Revolution? And I think it's in next month. So
I think they still have a good amount of time. Four shows are planning to build on stuff, intriguing stuff. I think I enjoyed the show. The match quality is always great. I wanted Takeshi to have a big profile match. MJF is intriguing as ever. I'm very interested in how to see where the tag division falls into because
God, that was
we did have a
terrible.
title change. The Gun Club won, which I never thought I would see. And I mean, even back a year ago, I never thought their claim would win the tag team championships, which I'm happy they did because I remember a year ago, even before Sesame Daddy blew up, I was a big fan and I said I would like for them to win. And when they first had their first tag team match, title match, which was against maybe the Lucha Bros, I believe this at the time, or like Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, I really wanted them to win. They didn't. So, short to summarize, I think they're heading in a good direction. Nothing like big profile wise. They're not gonna like compete against WrestleMania, but it's gonna be a decent show.
Yeah. So I hated the Gun Club winning, but in the bigger scheme of things, I think it's a way to get FTR back on TV, and then they're going to beat the Gun Club because I remember the last time the FTR had a match, it lost to the Gun Club. So I think it's going to come full circle. If it doesn't, it's a complete waste of time. And I
I mean,
literally
why do you think the FTR is coming back though?
just because the whole
Just
Gun Club
because why
thing.
not? Right?
No, because they had a feud with the Gun Club. They're still teasing it on Twitter. Once the Gun Club posted a picture and said "top guys out" with their championship, so like that's FTR's catchphrase. So it's like I think FTR will be back in AEW. I don't think they're going to
I'd be
WWE.
surprised. I'll be surprised.
If they're going back to AEW.
Yeah. Just like how
Oh,
I would
really?
have just like how I would have been surprised if Mercedes Moné would have came to AEW, and I wasn't surprised because she never did. So I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay.
In
Eric, I
what
don't know.
world are they going in a good direction? In what world, what metric can you point to that says they're going in a good direction?
What point?
Their
What can
viewership is constantly going down. They always the first segment of the night is always the most viewed, and it just goes down, down, down until the main event. And what world are they going in a good direction?
WWE has been going down too,
Leader.
though.
They have no leadership. The Elite and Chris Jericho's segments are always the ones that kill the ratings, but they're on TV every single week. Their women's division's a fucking joke. Their tag division is a fucking joke. In what way are they going in a good direction? Tell me that. How are they going in a good
Eric,
direction? Because they have good
tell us
matches. This
tell us how you really feel.
it's a joke. It's a joke. They're going in absolutely the wrong direction. Completely and utterly the wrong direction. It's insane.
What would you change about it?
How about everything? Get the Elite off the show because they always drop the ratings. Get Chris Jericho off the show because he always drops the ratings.
Okay.
Do more. Eliminate the women's division because they always drop the ratings.
Okay.
There's a few you can do to
The
start.
women's division, I can see why. With the Chris Jericho stuff, he's giving Ricky Starks a bigger platform, a singles platform, which Ricky
No,
hasn't
no.
had.
So I disagree. I disagree with Ricky Starks because Ricky Starks already beat Chris Jericho. Why is Ricky
Yeah, and
Starks still
how many
feuding with
times now?
JAS?
How many times now have they done the babyface has to beat all of my lackeys before you can fight me? Is this like the fourth time they've done that?
I mean,
I feel
so
like
has
that's
that.
a very. I feel like that's a very common wrestling trope,
It is
though.
a common.
They're doing it
This is the
so
first time.
they've done it like 4 times in
This
three
is
years.
the
That's
first
insane.
time MJF hasn't done it in a feud, which surprises me.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, which
MJF
is
always fucking does it,
Well,
which
actually,
bothers
I
me
don't
so
know.
well.
much.
MJF
I
is
mean,
kind of
MJF is still
MJF
making
kind of
Bryan
is.
Danielson go through trials.
Yeah, MJF kind of is doing that to a degree.
God, now I have to shit on MJF because I hate that stuff. Yeah, but I will say that the Elite always have probably the best matches on the night.
They have the same exact match.
It's still you can with the whole same
Okay,
exact match. You can argue that match.
What's
You
your
can
favorite?
argue.
Dom,
You
what's
can
your favorite movie? What's your
no,
favorite movie?
no. Let me finish what I'm saying.
What's your favorite movie? No,
Let me.
what's your favorite movie, Dom?
What's my favorite
Watch it.
movie? Napoleon
Whatever your favorite
Dynamite.
movie is, watch it. Watch it
Holy
twice a
God,
week for the next 3 years, and then tell me what you think about it.
That's pro wrestling for you though. It is.
No, it's not.
Yes,
That's
listen. You can argue the same thing with the top wrestlers. You can argue the same thing with Roman Reigns. Every time you watch a Roman Reigns match, it's the same fucking beats. Yeah,
no.
yes, it is. You can't
Nope.
argue. Yes, it is.
Yes, I can.
Yes, it is. I
Yes, I
disagree
can.
with you. You can
Okay,
argue
you're
the same
wrong.
thing.
That's fine.
You're wrong. You're the wrong. Have you watched watch all the Roman Reigns matches from the
I
head of
will.
the table back to back? They very similar beats to how the elite would structure the stuff.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
That's why Roman Reigns is still fresh, and that's why everyone's sick of the Young Bucks. That's why.
No, he's
That's
not
why
fresh
on
because of
SmackDown.
Roman Reigns.
That's why
He's
Roman
fresh
Reigns
because
still.
of
That's why
the
Roman
people
Reigns
around
segments still
him.
draw, and why 100,000
He's
plus
not
people
drawing
turn it
because of
off
his
when the Elite come out.
matches. No, he's not drawing because of his matches. That's insane to think. He's drawing because of the storylines around him.
And his matches have been great.
I will say this. I'll say this. Roman Reigns, the Bloodline stuff was getting stale to me until Sami Zayn stepped in, and but Roman does an incredible job of making you care about everything. Like
I'm
he is
not
just
saying
so good.
about any of his storyline things. I'm saying his
But I
matches
don't. I
specifically.
also.
The
I
matches
also
tie
does.
into the stories. That's the other thing. The Elite matches have no story behind them. It's just okay. We're gonna
Why can't
kick
you
you
just
a
have a
million
match to have a
times.
match
We're gonna do.
sometimes,
We're gonna
though?
find a million ways to do a Canadian destroyer, and we're gonna break a ton of tables.
Why can't you
It's
have
not
a
I'll say
match to
story.
this.
have a
It's not
match?
storytelling.
I'll say this. I don't even blame the Elite for the lack of story they've gotten because like they're the trio champs. They're essentially the inaugural trios champs, even though
Yeah.
it was the whole fucking they got stripped and stuff. But like they have not. Tony has not given them anything to like they should be feuding with the House of Black right now. That's what they should be
They
doing.
shouldn't have
Like
been
why are we
making it.
wasting?
Go ahead. I'm
Why are
sorry.
we wasting the house? Why are we wasting the House of Black on fucking Eddie Kingston? Like, it's gonna be probably Malachi Black versus Eddie Kingston at the next pay per view. Like, why are we wasting Malachi Black on that when we
Hashtag
could be
great,
having
but they're going in a great direction. They have a terrible
we could
match
be
with
We
having
Malachi
never
Black.
said
awesome.
great direction.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah, you did.
great.
You said
I say
you at least said good direction or the right
good
direction,
the
which is
right. I mean,
nonsense.
they have to go a direction.
Yeah, and they're going in the wrong one.
No, they're not. I mean, no, I wouldn't necessarily say the wrong direction.
They're not going in a good one.
I mean, they're
All
trying
right,
to
well,
they're building the young stars.
No, they're not. They
How
think
they're
they are, but
not?
they're not.
So you think Danielson's gonna win against MJF?
No, that doesn't mean they're just because you can book someone to win a match doesn't mean you're building them. Are they? So you're saying that they're building Action Andretti because he beat Jericho? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, they were. I mean, they gave him a bigger platform. Like no
I
one knew
think
who
Ricky
he was.
Starks is getting. I think Ricky Starks is one of the stars you can claim they've built because he is over. He's always on TV now. Like when the FTW stuff was on, when they turned him face, they started building him up. But this feud with JAS is not it. But I still think that they're building Ricky Starks up to maybe something bigger around the line. But I can get what you guys are saying because WWE doesn't do a great job of building stars either, though.
They did,
Really,
did it. They arguably do a worse job at it.
Okay. I never said they do better.
I never.
I said AEW does a bad job.
I'm not. I'm just saying they just arguably do a worse job at it. That's why
okay.
they
Well,
have
that's our
a.
8.
That's why they have a developmental though, which is so they don't have the same problem as AW.
Okay, so that's our AEW minute, and to see why we don't talk about AEW much, we just argue about it the whole
Yeah,
time,
we're
which
arguing
is
about it.
lovely. So did you guys watch Raw at all? I don't know if
Yes,
Eric, did
Just a
you
little
watch
bit.
any of Raw?
Yeah,
Did you
I did.
watch the Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn?
I did.
Zayn?
it
Yeah.
was good.
So fucking good. It
Mhm.
was so good.
It was good.
Like I just when they started out, I'm like, oh no, this is not a good idea because this is how you get Cody Rhodes starting to get booed and how you get Sami Zayn just overshadowing him. But I think they did a great job of managing that. And I feel like both acts are extremely hot. And you don't see
Yeah.
that in WWE a lot. You see them get one person hot at the detriment of somebody else. So I'm very
Yeah.
happy that they're both getting the reaction. What do you guys think of fact.
I'm glad to see. I'm glad that Cody, because he is so good at what he does, which like he is way better. Like he's way better as a sports entertainer than wrestler, which is
Yeah.
why even at the beginning of AEW, when I thought like when I thought he was doing a really good job, he never belonged there because AEW's never been the type of program that's like built on big long promo segments. I mean, MJF will have great long promo segments, but that's like
He's the
that's not what
outlier.
they're built on. But that's what
Yeah.
and they're not, as much as people want to say they're built on storytelling, they're not. They're not built on storytelling at all. And Cody's a good, and that's what Cody does promos well, and he tells pretty good stories, and that's just I've never thought he belonged in AEW for that reason. So I'm glad and like even when he had really good promo segments, it always felt out of place on that show. That's so that focuses more on the wrestling, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but that is just what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see Cody in an environment where it actually like it fits with the presentation of the show to have these kinds of segments, because he does them very well. So it just makes it look all that much better when he's having this kind of a segment in the right environment.
Yeah, I agree. I think the segment was great. I really enjoyed it, but they still are gonna run into the problem of this one title they're competing for, technically, because they're competing for both at WrestleMania, and there's potentially only one very, very over guy who's gonna be getting it. One of them is gonna be shafted unless they split him, and I don't know how they would book themselves out of that. It's one of the tales of saying, oh, one of them's gonna have to get the shaft, and it's looking like, from
Their
what I can tell, Cody is gonna
their
get the
booking
job.
their booking has to be perfect going into Elimination Chamber on how, if Sammy ends up losing, which I think most of us think he is
Yeah.
going to, how he loses. If you can
Mhm.
get enough heat on Jey Uso costing Sammy
Oh,
in transferring over to the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I think it's manageable. I think it's going to be very hard to do, but I have faith in this regime that they can handle that, because they've handled every other obstacle when it comes to the story perfectly.
it's
So I
tricky.
feel
It's
like
very tricky.
I am a little bit worried um about later, and not even later, too much later down the line, like this year, Cody's starting to get booed again, because it is kind of feeling like Cody's later stages in AEW, where it's like, even though everyone knows that this is like in AEW was Cody booking himself to win, and in WWE it's not so much Cody booking himself to win, but it just feels like the same kind of thing where it's like, here's Cody whether you want him or not. And like
Okay, that.
people, like there are a lot of people that want to see him beat Roman, but I think it kind of feels like the 2015 Royal Rumble, where it's like everyone wanted Daniel Bryan to win, but he didn't. Like everyone wants Sammy to be the one to beat Roman, and because he's not going to be that guy, they're just going to turn on the guy whoever it ends up being.
It
So I am
might.
a little bit worried about Cody getting the crowd turning on Cody fairly soon.
It's gonna be very difficult on how to approach this, because they could very easily fuck this up. And honestly, as good as Triple H is, even the greatest of bookers can fuck this up very easily, because you have yourself a problem, a great problem.
But I'll say this. I feel like Triple H is way more willing to take risks and include all the people in the story. Like, you don't just have Triple H. You have Paul Heyman, who is one of the best wrestling minds of all time. You have Roman Reigns. You're gonna have Cody. You have Sammy. All trying to come up together and come up with a plan. So like I have faith, but has to be perfectly soven in, and I'm excited to see it play out at
I'm
least.
gonna be more anti-mystic here. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but I would like to be proven wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
So
I
let's
actually
get
I have a
into
quick piece of I actually I have a quick
yeah.
piece of very sad news. I heard today Triple H has reportedly completely given up on Baron Corbin. What's up with that?
It's funny. He
I mean,
sucks. That's why.
I mean,
He's
it's like
terrible.
the point that I want to make, and I'm not saying that the
okay.
Baron Corbin, like, there's the only reason why he's not over, but my thing with WWE, and it has been for a long time, is like, you can't give a guy a shitty gimmick that's never gonna get over, and then be shocked and frustrated when it doesn't get over. Like, again, it's not a specific thing for Baron Corbin, but it's just a thing that they do so much. Like, we're gonna give this guy a stupid gimmick, and when it doesn't get over, we're gonna say it's his fault, and we're just gonna give up. Like, fuck off.
Well, the thing is, the only gimmick that's ever worked for Baron, well, I
They
guess
fucked it
you
up.
could. No, I guess you could add bum ass Corbin. That was pretty entertaining stuff. But the only gimmick that's really worked was the gimmick that Triple H gave him in the first place, was the Lone Wolf.
I liked him when he was the Lone Wolf.
Yeah, so like I feel like I would rather see that, like him being a badass rather than this goofy ass guy that thinks he's better than everybody.
Mhm.
It just doesn't work for me. And like Corbin is channel changing. He is not entertaining
Yeah,
whatsoever.
that's absolutely true.
I mean, we did the show when it would happen with his bum ass Corbin. I think the bum ass Corbin was the best thing he's ever done in his career, in my opinion.
They had such a chance. They had such a chance to do something with him there.
And I
I
think it
think
was great. People actually were talking about it. People were enthusiastic about it. But like, oh, Baron Corbin is actually getting a great character direction. This is intriguing to watch, and they squandered it so quick when he came rich quick. It was
my favorite thing ever. My favorite thing ever was when John Cena. He's like, John, you're a big movie star. You can't even give me a few bucks. That shit was so good.
see, and I don't know if he can recover from something like that because something
He
like
can't. No, he's done. He's totally done.
because like the right gimmick, like at the right time, he had that, and they squandered it, and now like such a chance doesn't come up very often for
Well,
any
the thing, the
wrestler.
problem was with Vince in charge. Vince, like, he loves a gimmick one day and then he fucking
Yeah.
despises it the next. So it's like, all right. So let's get into elimination chamber picks. There's
Okay.
5
Mhm.
matches on the card. I
Yep.
don't think anything will be added on SmackDown. I'd be kind of surprised, especially with the pay-per-view being on Saturday. So,
Yeah,
so let's start out with
this one's hard.
the mixed tag match. Edge and Beth Phoenix. I almost said Edge and Rhea Ripley. Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor.
Do we have to write it
Actually,
down?
I actually
Because
have paper this time.
well, problem is I wrote all of my my draft picks for the draft later, so I'm gonna have to erase all of that now.
If you want to say after we, yeah, I don't know.
I can just
Can you
say it
write it?
first.
Can you write it on your phone, on your notepad?
Yeah.
That's what I
I got
used
my
to.
pick.
I got my pick too.
I have to write on an envelope because I'm in the same boat as Dom. I've got my draft picks on my notebook.
So I'm the only one that actually brought a piece of paper this time.
I mean, I have
No,
a piece of paper, but it's but all my draft picks are on it.
See, we were
honestly, I have
Yeah.
a bunch of honestly the draft. I can't wait. It's probably my favorite draft ever. I have it just stored in my head of what matches I want.
I'm
All right, we
ready
all got
when
our
you
picks
are.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, I'll go.
3, 2, 1.
This is Edge and Beth.
Oh, I picked Rhea
wow.
and Finn.
I have Edge and Beth. I just think that if you're gonna go into a program, Edge has been losing like crazy lately. So I think he needs to get one if he wants to have a match at WrestleMania, probably against Finn Balor in Hell in a Cell. And I feel like Finn can be pinned. Rhea cannot be pinned. Absolutely, that would be the worst thing you could possibly do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what was my thinking going into it.
Yeah, mine. So I picked. Actually, Dom, you go since I'm the different pick. You can.
I agree. Edge needs to win. I think Rhea's gonna get a big highlight and potential win. So I don't think she needs it as bad. Finn can take the loss. He won against Edge a couple months ago, and then I don't know. You can have Dominic protect Finn by having Dominic cost it or whatever, or you can have some mysterious
Side note, did you
shenanigans.
guys see the? Did you guys see the Valentine's Day
Yes, I
video?
did. Yes, I did.
Oh my god, that shit was hilarious.
Like Dominic should win his match. So I think the momentum's
You mean
even if they lose, I think the momentum's gonna quickly come back to Judgment Day. So I think it would make sense for Edge and Beth to win.
I chose Rhea and Finn kind of for the same reasons that you guys chose Edge and Beth. And then so Rhea will not get pinned. Like if Edge and Beth Phoenix win, Finn Balor's 100% taking the pin. But I think so. First of all, like Edge has been losing like crazy, but also the Judgment Day never wins dick. Like so, one of them has to win. And then my thing is like it's Elimination Chamber. I don't like a feud between two like a top guy like Edge and somebody like Finn Balor. See, it doesn't seem like something that's going to blow off an Elimination Chamber, and it seems like something that's going to culminate at WrestleMania. So my
Yeah.
thing is, if that's the direction they're going to go, you have, and Edge would win that match, of course, at WrestleMania. Is you've got to keep heat on the heels until that point, and the only way to do that is for Edge and Beth to lose. I really don't know how likely it is that the Judgment Day are going to win. Like, but I just think if they're gonna, the pick is more like if they're going to continue this to WrestleMania, what I believe would be the more sensible way to book it, which would be a Rhea and Finn like cheating nonsense win to keep heat. Because like if Edge pins Finn Balor, then what else is there to do between now and WrestleMania that builds intrigue?
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah,
I mean,
I get both sides.
it depends if they're gonna keep the feud going. They might not. Edge might do somebody else in terms of a match.
All right, so let's get to the next match. We can do Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley.
Okay.
This is one of the more unpredictable cards
Yeah, this
for
one's hard.
WWE at least. I feel like a lot of the matches could go either way. Bobby Lashley.
How do you work this thing?
You work this thing with the cell phone?
Yeah.
I have my pick, so
I have mine.
Dom, whenever you're ready.
Sure. I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
It
I
says
have Bobby Lashley. I have Bobby Lashley.
Oh,
Bobby Lashley.
I might get.
So we're
I might
yeah, I
lose
know.
a lot of points here.
Or way a lot of points. I
Yeah.
picked Bobby Lashley only because in their contract signing on Monday, Bobby was really playing the heel, and I think what's going to end up happening is the Hurt Business will reunite and cost Brock Lesnar. But I'm so conflicted because Brock Lesnar kind of needs a win. Like I feel the Roman Reigns feud he's lost. Bobby Lashley, if he loses this match, he's lost that feud too. Going into WrestleMania, where I'm hoping we get Brock and Gunther, but I'm not sure. Like,
No.
if Brock doesn't face Gunther, who is he facing?
Bobby
I do not
again.
want to see another. I do not want to see another Brock.
Lashley
The only way I would want to see this match again is if it's in a fight pit. That's the only way.
I think this match is going right into WrestleMania. That's just me. That's my opinion. I think Bobby's gonna get the win. Not necessarily saying clean win, but he's gonna get a win. He's gonna ride his heel momentum just like he showed Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble. I think that's the obvious story, and then Brock will get his ultimate win back at WrestleMania. That's kind of how I see it.
I picked Brock because Brock just needs a win. First of all, he hasn't won on pay-per-view in a long time. I think this feud goes till WrestleMania, and I'm thinking like, okay, they've had one-on-one match, and Bobby won. Like, hey, yeah, they faced each other at day one last year. They faced each other at the Elimination Chamber, but they weren't involved in their own finish. Like Bobby Lashley wasn't really in that Elimination Chamber match. Brock pinned Big E at day one, so their only true one-on-one match, Bobby won. So I think if they're gonna take this to WrestleMania, Brock wins this one to force the rubber match, but it's also like, it's just Brock. I get what you're saying, Dom. What you're saying does make sense if Brock was like a regular babyface, but it's Brock fucking Lesnar. You don't need to. I don't think you need to. Brock doesn't need any sort of underdog story arc. Even against someone like Bobby Lashley wouldn't make sense.
But he's looking like the underdog right now, though.
Yeah, but
Story-wise,
I see what you're saying. But I still think it's just gonna. I think Brock's gonna win. If Bobby wins, I think it'll probably be the way that Cody said with the Hurt Business. But I don't know. I think my gut says Brock on this one.
Okay.
So let's go women's elimination chamber match. The winner faces Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. We have. I'm gonna try to do this from the top of my head because I can't.
Okay.
Carmella, Raquel Gonzalez, Liv Morgan, Asuka, Natalia. There's one more. I know this. Come on, Cody, you can do this. Come on. It has to be a SmackDown girl, isn't it? Isn't it a SmackDown girl? Nikki Cross.
No.
I'm between two.
This one should
Oh,
be
I
easy.
am. I am not between two. I have one pick,
Yeah,
and if this pick doesn't happen, I'll be fucking pissed.
yeah. I think this one's obvious in my opinion.
I think I know which two Eric is debating over.
Yeah, I picked one though. I picked one.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Raquel.
I
Oh,
knew it was. I knew it was Raquel. I knew it was
yeah.
Raquel. Wow,
I
are
was
we
between
gonna
Raquel
go?
and Asuka.
Are we gonna go fucking me and Dom all the same picks and Eric different on every
We'll
pick?
see. We'll see.
I'll go first. I think it has to be Asuka. I think it's the only intriguing match I would want to see Bianca between the competitors that she can have. I really think honestly, Asuka should just eliminate everybody in the elimination chamber. She
Uh,
just fucking no. She should just go through all of those fucking jobbers.
we
And
saw how
fucking
that
like
worked out for Shayna though.
yeah, but Vince McMahon was booking Shayna, and this is Triple H is booking Asuka. And what happened last time Triple H was booking Asuka? She went undefeated until Vince McMahon fucked her over in WrestleMania and made her lose to Charlotte Flair. This is bullshit. I need Asuka to win. If it's anything else, Triple H, I'm coming to your house. I'm going to give you a strongly worded email from Dominic Marco Brendel.
Yeah,
Uh,
Oscar, I agree with you as well. I think ever since she came back, she felt like a big deal. She was at the final three convincingly at the Royal Rumble. With Raquel, I think she's gonna get there's a big argument that it could be her, and I wouldn't be super surprised. So that's not a bad pick, I would say, but I think Oscar's more intriguing. She's definitely the biggest star right now. Not necessarily somebody who they might be building a long time future with, but could very well be another milestone for Bianca in her fame or in her
hmm
little her
her
little
run, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I see. I needed to. I clearly just need to watch more Raw and shouldn't have skipped the Women's Royal Rumble because I legitimately did not know that Asuka was like repackaged and getting pushed. But yeah, I guess. But yeah, I guess with all of that aside, why I picked Raquel is I'm thinking Bianca's been champion for a long fucking time, and by the time like it just seems like WrestleMania has to be where she loses it, and it's like I don't know who's. But again, this is me not realizing before that Asuka was being repackaged and being pushed to a certain extent. So I was originally thinking like, for me, the freshest match is Bianca, and even still, knowing that Asuka's been repackaged and pushed, the freshest match for me is Bianca and Raquel. The most interesting match for me is Bianca and Raquel because I think that match would be such a fucking banger, and I think Raquel would be a better person to end Bianca's reign because we haven't seen her at the top yet. Asuka's been champion. Last time she was champion, she was a terrible champion. So I think the better booking decision would have been Raquel, but obviously I didn't. There's a lot of things going on Raw that I wasn't aware of. So
I just
I'm
don't think
probably
Bianca's
yeah
losing the title at
yeah
WrestleMania.
I'm
Yeah,
probably wrong. I'm probably wrong, but that was my thinking.
I don't think actually. If honestly, if this matchup happens, I really don't think Bianca's gonna lose.
Uh, I don't know.
Which I know WrestleMania is usually the culmination of like a champion's reign being over, especially if they've had it since the last WrestleMania. But I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are at the men's elimination chamber for the United States Championship. Let
Oh
me see if
boy,
we can do this again.
this one.
Austin Theory, Johnny Gargano, Montez Ford, Damian Priest, Bronson Reed, and Seth Rollins.
Oof.
I think this one I'm going to be different from.
This one's
Um,
hard. This one's
It
difficult.
is.
and this is me doing a little bit of fantasy booking too. So
No, goodness.
no, you don't. It's not like that. I know who you think I'm going to take because I said that, but it's
No,
not.
I think I know who you're gonna take, and it's not
I
who you
don't.
think I think you're gonna take.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm
I'm
mind
ready.
fucked right now. All right, 3, 2, 1. Montez Ford.
I have theory.
Oh, that's not who I thought. Never mind.
I
I
have
have theory.
theory. Yeah, we can't see it
All right,
right
you
now.
guys want to go? So I'll go
Yeah,
last since I'm different.
theory. He just won the title back fairly recently. That like did he won it, then he lost it, then he won it, right? That's how it went. He had
Yeah.
it, lost it to Seth, then won it
Yeah,
again. You don't make him a transitional champion 2 times in a row. I think, and he's supposedly being built for some big WrestleMania match. I just don't I see no sensible reason why you have somebody who's supposedly like a cornerstone of your future and make him a transitional champion twice in 6 months. That may be atrocious booking. So that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I was just, it was just a process of elimination. Logan Paul and Seth Theory, not Seth Theory, Seth
Theory.
Rollins. Seth Rollins are obviously going to be facing. It's not going to be a fair fucking title. I'm sorry, it's not. That'd be a fucking waste. Bronson we got hot shotted into the picture, I would say, or into like any kind of like
I think he's playing the big man role. You need one big man, I
he's
guess,
gonna get
in there.
he's gonna get a good showing. But he's getting like hot shotted. Same with Johnny Gargano, because I didn't see any of them until like after Royal Rumble, after this Road to Elimination Chamber.
Well,
Royal Rumble.
Gargano's hurt, so
But even
he's
before
hurt.
that, he could have
Yeah,
gotten.
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
And then Damian Priest is not gonna win. As much as I like the Judgment Day, he's not gonna win. And then Montez, I just don't think they're ready yet. I think they're gonna take the time more. But I think this is a step for them to separate him to be a single star. But I don't think he's gonna get the championship, by the way. Theory makes sense. He only won the championship back in Survivor Series, I think. Maybe even.
Yeah, Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Survivor Series.
I think he's gonna hold on to that and continue thriving. So I think Theory is just to pick.
I mean, do you consider a transitional champion 4 months? How long do you? He's been the champion for 4 months.
But he hasn't. Hold on 1 sec. Sorry.
Tom's dying too. You guys are both dying.
I've been dying for like a week now, ever since Vengeance
God,
Day.
if I get sick, COVID's like a.
Yeah, I think transitional champion isn't necessarily the length. I mean, I say that with a grain of salt, because obviously, like, if it's more than 6 months,
Yeah.
you're definitely not a transitional champion. But like, where it's just a stepping stone. Like you're there. The purpose you're serving as champion is to hand it off to another guy. Like Triple H held the WWE championship for like 3 months in 2016, and when he won in the Royal Rumble, dropped it to Roman. He was purely a transitional champion. His whole purpose was to give it back to Roman and give Roman a moment.
Yeah.
So like 4 months is like a decently long title reign, but in terms of he wouldn't have done a damn thing with it at all. Like it would feel more transitional to me.
Okay, fair enough. So Montez Ford, this is my little fantasy booking. So you had Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. They both had qualifiers. Montez Ford won, Angelo Dawkins lost. And then they just had a match of Judgment Day, and who took the pin? Angelo Dawkins. I think, and we already have probably the Usos versus Kevin and Sammy for WrestleMania. So I do not think there's going to be much tag team matches on that card. And I think what's ended up happening, Montez Ford's going to win. Angelo Dawkins will turn heel, and then that will be your United States WrestleMania match. Because I feel like, what else are the Street Profits going to do? He's just not going to be on the show. They're one of the most consistent acts in the
They'll
company.
find something to do. They'll find something to do.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think that's what my thinking was, at least.
I just don't think Angelo Dawkins screams WrestleMania singles match type, like title.
He's gone much better. I will say that.
But presentation.
Yeah,
wise.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, like, you do get a new presentation when you end up turning heel. So maybe I feel like,
yeah.
But yeah, so that's my thing. All right, now the main event: Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn.
Oh boy.
I'm going with my head. I'm not going with my heart because I want one thing, but I'm gonna get the other. So.
All right, I got my pick.
All right. What do I always say when in doubt, pick this person?
When in doubt, pick Sami Zayn.
Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just
how it is.
Sammy to win. I'm gonna say this. I want Sammy to win so fucking bad. I don't even care. I will be rooting for Sami Zayn as hard as I possibly can. But I just don't think this close to WrestleMania, you cannot have Roman Reigns lose. It would diminish everything you've worked for the past 2 years, especially if you're gonna have Cody end up beating him. I just think it would be a very big mistake if they had Sammy win. They're going to I cannot wait for. I love crowd atmosphere, and that atmosphere is going to be insane in Montreal. And I'm very excited for it. It's one of the most intriguing matches I'm looking forward to this
And
year,
plus,
probably.
like Sammy's thing isn't to win the championship. You know, I don't.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't think it story wise makes much sense. Because
Mhm.
Cody doesn't care. I wouldn't say care about, but like he doesn't care if it's John Cena, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar who held the championship. He wants to main event WrestleMania to win the championship. That's his dream. That's his goal, right? That's his conflict. Sami Zayn is Roman Reigns purely. So I think Roman wins it.
Mhm.
But I don't know how Sammy will fall into. I guess he'll fall into again with the Usos at WrestleMania. We'll see, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, nothing. For me, nothing else more needs to be said other than just like you don't have somebody hold a championship for over 2 years to lose at a B show at a B pay-per-view. He's losing at Wrestle. If he's gonna lose, it's gonna be at either WrestleMania or SummerSlam. It's
It's and
anything
it's
else is yeah.
and it's not the same situation as like because a lot of people like to look at Eddie Guerrero winning against Brock Lesnar at No Way
Mhm.
Out so many years ago.
In
It's not
2004.
the it's yeah 2004. It's not the same situation. It's
Yeah.
just not. Even though it
It-
was a great moment and like that's like one of the most talked
yeah.
about moments of like show before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have quite a difference. It's same but difference. Like two of us are usually on the same. This was the only one that we all agreed on.
Yeah.
So that
Rightfully
doesn't
so.
usually happen. That doesn't usually happen. So I'm excited. Okay, now we're into the draft portion. Our draft is NXT matches. It can be NXT UK, NXT. It doesn't have to be a takeover match. And it doesn't have to be a singles match. So I'm gonna spin for the order. Please give me I need the number one pick because I think Dom's gonna take my pick. Actually, now that I think about it, Dom might not take my pick, but
Uh, I'm just gonna pick the one that I think is the best.
okay. It landed on me. I can flip my camera if you guys don't believe me. How do I flip my camera?
I
I don't know
believe
how
you.
to flip my camera.
We believe you. It's okay. It's not that.
All right, I got. There we go. I don't. I'm probably not gonna win the draft because I'm gonna take like maybe not obscure picks, but like
Mhm.
picks that more suit
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
likeness of NXT.
And I'm
Dom,
kind of
you
doing
got
that
second.
too.
Dom, you got second pick.
Okay.
So
Okay,
Eric is
I
third.
kind of wanted third here.
All right. So my first pick, I'm gonna take my favorite NXT match ever, and it is going to be Takeover Philadelphia,
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien
Nice.
Almas.
Yeah, great pick.
That was gonna be my first pick. That's my favorite NXT match.
That was
Because it's one of the
that's
few.
probably my first pick as well.
That was my first time. One of the first times I actually. One of the
Same.
few.
It was my first time ever watching a NXT show.
Yeah, it was one of the few
I
times
wasn't
I
really
watched it
into it,
take over. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
and it was
Same,
like, oh my god, this is just amazing.
same.
All right,
Yeah.
Dom.
All right, second pick.
I'm gonna see if Dom's gonna take the pick I thought he was going to take after. Maybe
No,
not.
I won't
It
pick
was
that
either
one yet.
between mine or this other one.
I'm gonna pick arguably the best women's match of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Bailey
that's
versus
what I thought.
Sasha. I think
Which
that's
one?
it.
Which one?
Take over Brooklyn.
There's two of them.
The
Is that
first,
is
the
there
first
two
one.
of them as well?
We know which one he's taking.
Take over
It's
Brooklyn 2015. 2015.
yeah, we don't. That damn, I was hoping to take that one. See, I have 3 matches here, and I know that I'm not going to get all the one that whichever one I don't pick there. I just think there's no way it gets back to me. This blows.
You know which one I'll absolutely take if you don't take it.
I do. Yeah, my first pick is just the one that you guys all knew I was going to take. Walter versus Ilya Dragunov, Takeover 36.
That's
Okay, so
the
the second one. Second one.
one.
The
Okay.
second one.
Yeah.
That's the one that was on it was on a takeover, and the other one
Yeah.
was on NXT UK.
Yeah.
And then my second pick. Which one am I more willing to part with? Cody, you're taking the one that I don't. There's just no doubt about it.
Dom might.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't. I'm gonna go. Fuck. I'm gonna go DIY Revival. Take over Toronto.
Okay.
Asshole.
2 out 3 falls.
All right. I'm gonna.
Best tag match.
I watched this match actually a couple of days ago, and it was really good. I don't know how it is in like the spectrum of like NXT takeover matches, but this match went pretty on long. It was really good. Adam Cole versus Gargano, New York, 2019.
Is
I
that
don't
the
know.
203 Falls one?
It's a 2019 one. I don't know. I don't remember. It's the New York one. Takeover New York.
You just watched it. How do you not know if it was
I don't,
203 Falls
it
or
was a
not?
long match.
So it must have been 203 Falls.
It's
Oh,
it's
actually, all Gargano's matches were long back then.
It's a long ass match, but it was really good, so I'll take that one. I don't know if that's a good pick or not, to be honest.
No, they, yeah, they're both pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna take two here. I actually don't think I'm gonna take one that Eric Styles is gonna take. My first one is I think was it Takeover? Was it Orlando? I don't know. It was the North American ladder match, 6-man ladder match.
That was New
Oh, that's
Orleans.
good. That's a good pick. I like
That's
that.
such a good match.
Yeah, I had that
That was
on.
that one was definitely on my list.
Yeah, it was on the list.
And then this one that I never talk about that's so underrated. Takeover Chicago, Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne.
Okay.
You asked. That was the one. That was the one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I will take Walter Elliott #1, the first one.
Okay.
Because that match
I
was.
think that one gets helped because there was not much crowd, so you can hear the fucking
That
violence.
match blew up a lot. Like that match blew up. That's one of the matches I remember everyone talking about when it actually.
I'm curious if that's going to be the only UK match taken.
It won't. It won't. I'm about to take one.
It won't.
Fucking asshole.
Do you know which one I'm taking?
Yes.
Walter, Tyler Bate, take over Cardiff.
Yeah, I had
Such
that
a
one
fucking
too.
good match. Oh my
I had
god,
that
such
match
a
as
good
well.
match.
And then
That's what I was going to take in the wraparound.
Let's see.
All right. Well, I have
My
two more
second
on my
pick-
list, so I'll take.
My
Wait,
second
no,
pick-
Eric has one more. Eric has one more.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying I'll take whatever
Oh,
Eric's
okay.
not taking.
My second one, one of the best, might be the best told story in NXT history. Gargano Ciampa take over New Orleans, the unsanctioned match.
That's their first one, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the first one.
Yes.
Because New Orleans was on the same card as the 6-man ladder match.
I doubt I'm winning this. But I'll just take one of my favorite, probably one of the best debut matches ever. Shinsuke versus
Oh, you
Sami Zayn.
asshole! Oh, that was my last. I was saving that for that. Oh, you're a dick. You're a dick. I love that match.
Versus Shinsuke was.
I love those matches. But that might be a better match than what I'm gonna pick. But my heart, I have to pick my heart. My heart. Yeah. So first one's gonna be Mustache Mountain versus Undisputed Era.
Damn it!
I love
What's
Mustache
left for
Mountain.
me here? I don't even know what's left for me here. Yeah, my whole list is gone now.
There's one I want to take, but God, which one do I want to take? There's so many. I'm between two right now. I want to see what card this was on. Sorry, give me a second. I want to take this. Actually, no. I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream.
Damn it.
I know Velveteen Dream's canceled, but it was such a good match.
All right. What am I gonna pick now? Let me go over what I have left. I'll pick. I don't even know what's left.
Eric, you heard my last pick, right? Just so
Yeah, and I do have to say, I hear to this day Velveteen Dream has still not been read his Miranda rights. I did not get read my Miranda rights. I did not get read my Miranda rights.
I'm gonna tell a funny draft story after you guys pick because
I might as well. Okay. I'll put in the War Games. I'll put in the first the War Games with Undisputed Era against what was it, Undisputed Era and like somebody else
They
against
oh wait,
APA.
versus AOP and Roderick Strong,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, okay.
I don't know what
Okay.
else to pick.
All right, Eric, finish us off.
I'm between two from like the OG Black and Gold era. They're both Sami Zayn matches. Sammy has I forgot how many fucking bangers
Eric,
he had.
Eric, I'll tell you this right now. I was gonna pick one of these, and if you pick the one I was gonna take, you're gonna definitely have a vote for one of those.
He's gonna pick the Pac one.
I'm between three. I'm between that one, Dom. I'm between him and Kevin Owens for the
And
NXT Championship,
Cesaro.
and I'm between him and Cesaro.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. None of those three were on my list.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Was
Gonna
the
go.
Tyson Kidd one? Didn't he face
I
I'm
would
Tyson?
not
never
gonna
do
say. I don't want to say anything.
No, I'm gonna go with his match against Neville.
Okay.
That's what I would have picked.
I was thinking Samoa Joe when they went the straight hour. They went a straight hour on
Yeah.
TV. This fucking. Do we have any TV? I actually Mustache Mountain versus.
I have the
TV.
UK TV match. We don't have any Finn Balor matches, surprisingly.
Finn Balor's probably best matches with Samoa Joe. I'd say maybe you could say Kevin Owens, but also, I was gonna pick Aleister Black versus Adam Cole, and then I seen your face when I said Aleister Black, so I said the Dream instead.
Because that was my pick. That's one of my favorite matches, like under NXT. Because it had so much like in-ring storytelling with not much like story beats behind it, if that makes sense. It didn't
Okay, so
have a
I'll
storyline.
go over my list first. I have Johnny Gargano versus Andre Cien Almas, a 6-man North American a ladder match, New Orleans. Tyler
Yeah.
Bate versus Pete Dunne, Mustache Mountain versus Undisputed Era, and Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream.
Wait, was that 4?
9-5.
No,
You
yeah,
had
5.
you had Gargano, El Idolo, Mustache Man
Yeah.
versus DIY, Tyler
No,
versus
Mustache
Mustache
Mountain
Mountain
versus
versus
Undisputed Era.
Undisputed
Undisputed
Era.
Era.
Just say it again one more time.
So a Gargano match.
Yeah.
The 6-man ladder match.
Oh, the ladder match is the one I forgot. Okay.
Okay.
And then I've got Walter Dragunov 2, DIY Revival 2 out of 3 falls, Walter Tyler Bate, Gargano Ciampa, and Sami Zayn Neville.
Okay, and I have Bailey versus Sasha, Takeover, Brooklyn, Gargano Cole, New York, 2019, Walter Ilya, number 1, Shinsuke Sammy, 2016, and then I have the War Games, the very first War Games match, I think it was, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
very first War Games. That was what, 2017? Yeah.
All right, I have my pick.
I have mine as well.
Oh, I gotta think here.
And while you're thinking, I'll just say mine. I picked Cody. They're all banger matches, but I think going round by round, I had Cody. But then just looking at like if I were to rank them from 1 to 10, Cody also has obviously Andrade Gargano. I think is the best match that any of us picked.
Yeah.
And I think Bate Pete Dunne I think is a super. I think that's a top 5 NXT match of all time. Same with Undisputed Era Mustache Mountain. I think that's an super easy top like 3 tag team matches I've ever had. So I think Cody just picked a banger list. But I have a massive respect for the Sammy Nakamura pick. I fucking love that match, and I was so positive that I was going to get that with the very last pick. That it never occurred to me that I wasn't going to get that match.
You would have got it if I didn't pick Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black because Dom was going to take that.
No, it wasn't. I had both of them on there. One of them was above the other.
So I picked Eric. He has 2 top 5 matches for me on his list. He has DIY and Revival, which I think is the greatest tag team match I've ever seen. I'm not changing my stance on that. And then Tyler Bate versus Walter is one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. If you have not watched that match, you have to go over your way to watch it. It's so good. It's like 45 minutes of just fucking balls to the wall, fucking great shit.
No
Even
respect.
I
Meltzer
didn't
gave,
really,
I
I
think even
didn't.
Meltzer gave it 5.25.
My least favorite match that was picked was probably the War Games match. To be honest,
I don't know what I mean. It was my last pick, and I didn't know what
I think
else.
you could have Adam Cole versus Aleister Black is a really
See, I
good
don't watch
match.
enough NXT like that. If this was a New Japan version, it would have been much different.
Well, thank God it wasn't. I would just fucking pick. I
I
would have
can't
fucking
I
picked like
can't wait till we do that version. I guess
uh,
I should have seen it coming. No, not enough respect for women's wrestling. I see.
No, that
oh
was a
no,
fantastic match.
Typical.
Bailey and Sasha is in my top 5 NXT of all
I was
time.
like Dom, if you didn't pick that match, then I was picking it 100%.
So I'm the tiebreaker here. I picked Cody. I think his first two matches.
King of drafts.
I think his first two matches just kind of carry the load, as he has the best match out of all of them. And then the ladder match is probably the best multi-man tag team. The multi-man match outside of tag team matches in NXT, including War
I think
Games.
it's one of the best ladder matches ever. If I'm
Yeah.
being completely honest,
It's phenomenal.
and
All
it
right,
was
so
weird
Cody-
because it was Ricochet's debut, it was EC3's debut, and then they had Lars Sullivan.
It's so
in
weird
there, just
because a lot
fucking
of them just aren't very good, but they made it work. Like Adam Cole's good, Ricochet's good, but
Rick.
then you had fucking what Lars Sullivan, EC, you had EC3.
EC3 's not that
Velveteen
bad.
Dream. Velveteen Dream's really good. He was just a dickhead.
Yeah, Velveteen was decent. He was more of a character worker than more than anything else.
Was that Adam Cole's first match? No. What,
No,
right?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, so fucking so Cody, the king of drafts over here, is up 3-1.
Hell yeah, good job.
I honestly that was right in my wheelhouse though. If I didn't
Yeah.
win that,
Yeah, it was. It was.
Okay, so now we're going to do a special game. Last week I gave you guys 10, a list of 10. I think it
Oh
was 10.
boy. That
Yeah,
was hard. That was
different-
hard to do.
It was hard.
Of the-
I honestly
so
don't know
you-
if I'm gonna get a single one of these right.
So I'll say this: I don't think either of you have either one similarity on your list.
Wow.
So just keep that in mind. And I also made a list. So we're gonna go. Dom's gonna guess Eric's, and then Eric will guess Dom's, and then you got both will guess mine. Whoever has the most points wins.
Oh, we're guessing yours too?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
I have to go through my list.
Honestly, mine's probably the most gettable out of all of them. If I'm being
Yeah, it might
completely
be.
honest.
I will say it was I had a lot for one of them I had a big difficulty with.
All right. So
One
who wants to go
yeah.
first?
I'll go first, I guess.
Okay.
Am I writing down my answers or am I just saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it one at a time. I'm gonna do it one at a time.
Okay.
I have to get my let's see.
This is
'Cause
hard.
Dom didn't write the questions. He just wrote the answers. So
Damn it, Dom.
I wrote the
That's
number
alright.
next to it.
oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. So
Mhm.
Eric, whenever you're ready, I'll give you the first one.
I'm ready.
All right. Best technical wrestler of all time.
All right. Yeah. Okay. No, you're right. I think you are. I think you're. There's two actually. I think there's two. I think you might pick here, Cody. But yours is definitely a lot easier to narrow down.
So
Actually,
Eric's
I'm
gonna-
gonna-
So you're gonna get you're gonna do Dom's first complete, not mine.
Oh, completely Dom's
Because
first.
Dom and Eric, you both are gonna do mine together.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
All right.
I see.
I'm okay. I got my pick in. I don't know if I'm right here. I might be getting a little bit cute with Dom's pick, but
Who knows?
I
All
got-
right, what's your pick?
Kurt Angle.
Incorrect.
Is it? Can I take another guess?
He's
Yeah,
gonna
but
get
it won't count. But
Zack
It
Sabre
won't
Jr.
count.
it.
yes, too. It is.
You're such a mark. You're
Dude, he's so good. I've seen him.
God
do,
damn it.
I've seen him do moves I've never ever seen before. Period. I don't care what you say.
All right. So the second question: favorite match ever? Not the best match ever.
Favorite. And I
Yeah,
said
that-
this, and I said this like a couple.
Yeah,
weeks
no,
ago.
Dom's definitely said this multiple times. And I think I'm just gonna get it wrong because I'm forget. I'm
You don't
gonna
have to
say the
write
one that I
down.
think.
Huh?
Okay.
I'm gonna say the one I think that Dom thinks is the best, but that's not necessarily his favorite. Fuck.
I've said this multiple times. This is
I
my
know.
favorite match.
I know
Yeah,
it's gonna
I
kill
would.
it's gonna kill me
I'll,
when I'm wrong. It's
I'll
gonna
say
kill me
this.
when I'm wrong.
That's when he gave me the answers. That's what I thought his answer was gonna be.
You know, this is gonna kill me when I'm wrong and hear the right answer. But Okada Omega.
No.
Incorrect.
Yeah, what
CM
is it?
Punk versus John Cena, Money in the
Fuck
Bank,
yeah!
I
Damn
2011.
said
it!
this so
Damn
many
yeah.
times.
We literally
Yeah, he is.
I knew it was gonna kill me when I
I
was wrong.
literally said it's not the match. I think it's the best of all time, but it's
I
my
know.
favorite of all time.
I know.
All right, best baby face of all time.
This one I had a lot of difficulties with. I'll say that. I said very difficult in parentheses.
And this is just the prefaces. This is all opinion, so like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
obviously
subjective.
your
Not
two
who we
answers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to the grave for this one.
Okay. I just went with my knowledge of Dom and said CM Punk.
Oh god.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Tanahashi.
Okay. I gotta think more Japan.
The reason I said it
remember-
is I was thinking, who is somebody who's like never heel and like never gets booed and he's like very loved, and I think Tanahashi.
Best heel of all time.
Best heel of all
This
time.
one was difficult too.
So fucking. I don't even remember who I put for these. Best heel.
This one was hard too. Both the heel and the face one was the hardest.
I think I've definitely heard Dom say this though before. At least
No, yeah, I'm trying to like harken back because
mention
I've
it.
definitely like Dom and I talk so much wrestling. I've definitely heard all of these answers before.
Yeah.
Well, look at the bright side. I think Eric's list is going to be hard as fuck to get, Dom.
Oh, I know.
I've looked at some of these answers. I'm like, holy
He's
shit.
gonna pull some fucking.
What heels does Dom love? Dom likes a lot of baby faces. That's the thing.
Oh.
I literally have no guess, so I'm just gonna CM Punk.
Correct answer is the rated R.
Oh,
Superstar.
me.
Dude, you
Fuck
know
me,
how
how
many
did I-
times he fucking ruined childhood?
Yeah, how did I get that?
Like he ruined when Jeff Hardy won the championship and then fucking Edge showed up and all of fucking Edge. He ruined everything, man.
So, best high flyer of all time.
Yeah, this one was
I don't know if it was best or favorite, but whatever.
I don't know.
Same
This
thing,
one was
kind of.
hard too.
Same thing,
I kind of have two. I have one guess that I think Dom might pick, but I don't think he'll pick.
This one was hard too. This one I will not go for.
Can Eric get on the board?
I don't think so. Rey Mysterio.
Yes,
Correct.
there you
Hey,
go.
fuck yeah. Dom, my other pick, if I was thinking in your mind, would have been potentially a Jushin Liger.
No. It was above my over my time. Before my
That
time.
is 1 point for Eric.
Wow. He might beat me with that 1 point. Who knows?
Favorite storyline.
Uh-oh.
There's
he-
three.
He said this a lot. He has said this a lot.
Yeah, I know. I think there's two just that jump out in my head. Cena Punk.
What was you just said CM Punk the storyline?
No, Cena.
No,
Cena Punk.
Cena Punk.
Oh, Cena Punk. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good guess.
No, it was HBK Jericho.
Oh wait.
Oh,
2008.
okay. I wasn't guessing that.
That's a very good.
That's
call.
a very. I mean, that's around the time I got into pro wrestling, so that's when I first watched. So.
Best wrestler of all time. Oh, full package.
Full package.
I said
Okay.
this before too.
He has said this too.
I need to pay attention more to when he
We've
talks.
made lists. And this guy is always close to the top. For now.
Shawn Michaels.
Undertaker.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, you got 1 point. I don't know.
I don't have one. I'm very proud of having 1 point.
Best faction of all time.
Bullet Club.
This.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Delta. Shield.
It's the Shield.
Dude,
I mean,
dude.
the Shield is kind of hard to argue with.
Most overrated wrestler of all time.
This one's
too.
so
It's so
subjective.
subjective.
Yeah,
I think there's no way. I think there's no way any of us get this right.
Honestly, my underrated is you're probably going to be like, wow, that guy's not really underrated, but I think he is.
Wait, right now. Wait, am I guessing overrated right now?
Yes.
Overrated, yes.
My overrated.
I think this would shock you, to be honest. It shocked me when I read it.
I will stand for it.
Jinder Mahal.
No.
What?
Triple H.
Wow.
I think he's a bit overrated in terms of all time.
This one I think you can get though.
Yeah,
Most
this one.
underrated.
Yeah, this one you can get.
See, there's like answers that I think are just total dumb answers. Then I think there's like actual highly like widely agreed upon answers for this one. And my mind's just going to like dumb answers.
Oh.
Hook.
What the fuck?
Kurt Angle.
Really underrated. Wow.
He doesn't get talked enough about. I think he's like
Okay.
I think he's
Yeah,
top five.
I was never guessing that. I was never
I
guessing
think
that.
Kurt Angle is a top 5 all time, all round, and he doesn't get to talk about enough.
All right, Eric
Hey, that's
finishes
fair.
with 1 point. 1 point
Yeah.
for this round.
Beat
Oh,
that
boy.
All
bitch.
right, Dom, best technical wrestler of all time in Eric's eyes. You don't need to write anything down. You can
Okay,
just
okay.
guess.
Chris Benoit.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Bret Hart. Bret Hart.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair.
Benoit, honestly, like just talking about the wrestling, not a bad pick.
Because I
All
thought
right,
it was
favorite-
definitely gonna be an older wrestler.
Favorite match ever. Dom, I would be fucking flabbergasted if you got this.
I've talked about this match a ton.
I don't remember ever hearing it, but I
Dom will
Probably-
know.
Uh,
Dom will know.
Give me so much credit.
If no, I'm saying if you don't guess it when Cody says it, you're like, oh my god, yeah, you have mentioned that before.
Fuck. I was gonna say NXT match, but I feel like he would have talked about it earlier. Is it Angle Shawn Michaels? WrestleMania.
No, it is Dante Fox versus
What the
fuck?
Dom, I've said that. So I've said that multiple times. It's not the best match I've ever seen, but it's the match that I've enjoyed watching the most. I've watched that match so many times.
Oh my god.
All right, number 3.
I'm
Best baby face of all time.
I'm worried now.
I think that's the most obscure answer I gave.
Yeah, but you have to be like in Eric's head for these answers. Best baby face of all time.
Best baby face.
Kerry Von Erich.
It's gonna be an old guy.
Kerry Von Erich's the answer to at least half the questions.
Is it gonna be Bret Hart?
Incorrect. It is a racist. It is Hulk Hogan.
Oh, I knew it was gonna be
Which isn't a terrible guess.
It's not
a terrible thing at all because he was the most over fucking thing forever. Best heel of all time.
Orton.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Mr. McMahon.
Okay, that's a good pick because I thought about Vince McMahon too. I had Vince McMahon for a little bit too.
Best high flyer of all time.
Eddie Guerrero.
Incorrect. Rey Mysterio.
No way.
Favorite storyline ever. Come on, Doug, you gotta get one.
Oh my.
Von Erich's Freebirds, Dom. Von Erich's Freebirds.
What's something Eric gushes about in terms of storytelling? It's not gonna be a New Japan thing. Is he Gargano Ciampa?
Nope. McMahon Austin.
Okay.
Best wrestler of all time, full package.
Shawn Michaels.
Kerry Von Erich.
Ric Flair.
Wow, I didn't expect that out of him. Because it was Ric Flair for me for a while too.
Best faction of all time.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say this. I would get this for Eric. I would have got this.
For Eric, you'll get this?
Yeah.
Damn,
Hold
I
on,
won't get it.
Hold on, I'll see if
I think I would at least.
I'll give you a hint, Dom. Use a hint.
Stop. It is not the aces and eights.
Is that your final guess?
No, I said it's not. Oh, I'm in between two.
Who are you in between? I won't say anything, but who are you in between?
And then you have
What was that?
And
Oh, I know.
Oh.
NWO. Make a guess.
DX.
Four Horsemen.
Of course, I should have guessed that.
Yeah.
Fucking Eric.
They're the-
Most
Okay.
most overrated wrestler of all time.
Oh,
So with me, there are just so many to choose from.
I hate to say this, but I don't know. Eric, I feel like Eric would say this. Is it CM Punk?
No.
Oh no. I thought you were gonna guess Xavier Woods, and I would have given you half a point.
Ultimate Warrior.
Who thinks he's good?
Well, in War, he's like one of the best wrestlers of all time. Technically,
Boy,
most
I'm not...
underrated.
Shelton
I'd be
Benjamin.
surprised if you guys. Most
Oh,
underrated.
I was this close to picking Shelton Benjamin, but I didn't.
'Cause I
In
know
the correct answer, William Regal.
good pick. I know Eric fucking
All right.
talks about Shelton a lot. That's why.
I
All
love
right, but
Shelton.
it's only 1-0. So
Yeah,
everybody's
suck.
gonna. I mean,
I should have
All
picked
right.
Bay as well. I don't know.
I'll say this: I feel like mine are much easier to get.
I'll say for best technical wrestler, I've already narrowed it down to 2.
Well, you have to write it on the paper for this one.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can't
going
just
to.
yell at the answer. All right, best technical wrestler of all time.
I'm hearkening. This isn't necessarily the person I want to put, but I'm hearkening back to a previous draft we did where you took this guy first overall.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Bret Hart.
Bryan Danielson is my answer.
Should have just gone with the easy one.
1-1.
We did a technical wrestlers draft a long time ago, and Cody took Bret Hart #1. That's the only reason I picked him.
Because I thought everybody would think he's the best. That's why I picked that, to be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna help you guys out here. I have 2 options for this one. Either one for a point.
Oh wow.
Favorite match of all time.
So you have 2.
I think I talk about one, but the other one I haven't talked about much, but it's so underrated to me. I watch highlights of it like almost like
I'm
every
scared.
couple weeks. It's not ones that I've been talking about lately.
Oh, never mind. I will cross out
I'm
my answer.
probably gonna get this wrong.
It's not Tyler Bate versus Walter.
Damn it!
I talked about that. I talked about that lately. So
Damn, that's what I just want WAL.
I mean, you would have
Fuck
thought
it.
I would take that #1 in the NXT draft if I thought that.
No, I mean favorite doesn't mean
I'm
first.
wrong. I'm wrong.
Okay, one second. I haven't voted down yet. Fuck.
I think you guys are gonna be surprised at one of them.
I'm gonna get this wrong. Oh, well,
All
actually, fuck it. I know you watched highlights of this because you told me about it.
Cock.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
DIY revival.
Incorrect. Both are incorrect.
Okay.
Wait, what, Dom? What was yours? Walter versus
Sheamus.
No. So I have 2 answers: Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle, WrestleMania.
Damn
21.
it!
And the other one that I thought would be surprising: Survivor Series, Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan.
Dude, I think I
match.
mixed up. I think I mixed it up between you and Eric because I know it was one of your favorites.
Walter versus Sheamus just happened too recently to be my favorite match.
But I remember one of you guys talked about it like it was like your favorite WrestleMania match.
That was
yeah, I didn't know which one of you it was.
All right, best baby face of all time.
Oh, God damn.
My answer is pretty. It's a common person, but it's a little strange. I don't know. I more thought of this as who could I never see really play a heel on TV?
Oh,
like
must change my answer now.
Change.
I'm trying to help you guys. I'm trying to help you guys out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I wrote Eddie Guerrero, but definitely changing that now.
I changed. Well, I wrote one of them that could fit into that, but I wrote the other one that could fit into it as well.
Wait, you wrote 2 or 1?
No, the first one I wrote
okay.
fit into what you said,
All right.
but then I still changed it.
I'm still not confident in this answer, but
3, 2, 1.
John Cena.
Rey Mysterio is the answer.
Let's fucking go! I changed from John Cena. Yo.
I just think like he's just so
He can't.
likable, and it's
He
like you
can't.
cannot see him as a okay favorite heel of all time. 2-1 right now. Dom's in the lead.
Yep.
He's gonna catch up. It's Eric. Eric always catches up.
Yeah, Eric will
No,
get the last
but
one right.
this isn't like wrestling like facts. This is subjective things.
I need
Don't
to.
know if I'm right, but
We'll see.
3, 2, 1.
Edge.
What's it? Oh no, CM Punk.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
fuck.
I love CM Punk.
We saw
too.
Hulk on yours. You showed us
Yeah.
Hulk.
Yeah, it showed
Huh?
Hook.
Oh,
You
I
said
meant
Hook.
You showed
Edge.
Hulk.
Yeah, you
Edge.
showed Hook, so I wasn't sure, but you said Edge. And Dom's board said Edge, so I was very confused for a second.
I'll get
Goddamn.
pen and paper.
CM Punk.
All right,
I mean,
best high flyer of all time. I'll preface this. I think I picked it as the person that I've seen do like person that like could go on top rope and do anything. I'm
I think I
amazed
got it.
by
I think I got it.
I'm amazed by the things this person can do sometimes.
I think I got this. I think I got
you
this.
know what? It's not very Mysterio. I'll go.
Yeah, no, I'm not picking Ray.
I'm not either.
I
Are
don't.
you
We
guys
might be
ready?
the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm confident.
Three.
I think I got this.
Oh, wow.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ricochet.
Ricochet is correct.
Yeah.
See,
Ah,
I
you picked him too, Tom. God damn it.
3-2.
When he specified anything, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Best storyline.
Oh boy.
Ooh, wait.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh shit.
Oh, Dom, we might have had the same exact brain blast here.
Oh. I'm gonna write it like this.
I'm intrigued. I was between two, by the way.
I think I'm between those two. Hopefully I am.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, movement.
No.
Well, is it?
Gargano versus Go.
Okay,
Gargano
okay.
versus
Oh, I
Ciampa.
was right. I was literally writing that. I was writing
My
that.
second one. My second one was actually Rock and Austin.
I would
Right.
I would Usos bloodline first.
I was
but
literally
it might be up there by the end of it.
fuck. I was literally in the middle of writing Gargano champ. Fuck me.
Damn, you would have gotten me on that.
All right. Faction.
Okay, this one should be easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
This one should be easy.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
that.
I hope so. I mean, I'm gonna write on it. Fuck it.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Shield.
DX.
Wow.
What the fuck? What the fuck, Odie? All you talk about is the Shield.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, what's next?
Well, the question is best faction of all time, not favorite faction.
Fair. I mean, I feel like there's an argument to be made that Shield is just.
All right, most overrated. I have two names here. I have one
Oh
current
my
and
God.
one current and one non-current.
Most overrated.
I just couldn't decide because both these people are overrated as fuck.
I want to put a Dom guy on here. I feel like I can see Cody say this.
I'm guessing the older guy.
I don't think you guys will get the older guy.
Son of a bitch.
I'm guessing the newer guy.
All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Hulk Hogan.
Nope. The older guy was Kane,
Oh.
Huh.
and the current is Eddie Kingston.
Oh, nice pick. Great
I
pick.
think Eddie Kingston.
I thought you were
overrated.
gonna pick Okada. You're like, what's up with this guy?
All right, so this is either for the tie or Dom wins.
Tie or Dom wins.
Oh boy, I like
Most
this.
underrated, and I will preface this: this person is probably not probably underrated for a lot of people, but for me, he is in terms of all-time greats.
All-time greats.
For you.
Yeah.
Can I ask if he's current or?
He's not current.
He's not current.
Nope.
Let me erase.
I'll
Yeah, 'cause
even say this.
I was gonna guess.
I'll give you another hint. I'll give you another hint. He has not been current for a while. Like over 10 plus years, he hasn't been current.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay, I got it.
I don't, and I'm trying to think super hard
I
about this.
misspelled this part. Well, I don't know if I did. Can I look up spelling?
Who does Cody think is underrated?
I don't talk about it much, but I definitely when I think about this person.
I got it. I had to think it. To think
Fuck it,
twice.
yeah. No, that's a bad pick. That's a bad pick. No, terrible pick. Fuck it, I have no guess.
Let's come on. If I get this is ultimate win.
I'm. There's a throwaway. There's a throwaway.
Who knows with you?
Don't throw away. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Why did
The
even?
answer is- The final score is 4-2 because the answer was Eddie Guerrero.
Let's go.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
I didn't want to say dead.
Okay, yeah.
First I put
I feel
Ben.
like it would kind of give it away.
First I put Benoit, but I was like,
What do you think I am, Eric?
yeah, I was like, Cody doesn't care about Benoit as much as I think he does.
Benoit is underrated,
Yeah.
and that's all.
He's an
That's all.
underrated-
That's as far as I'm willing to go with it on air.
Okay.
Well, Dom, congrats. That was actually really fun. I like that a lot.
That was cool.
Yeah. So, anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap up?
Any ideas for next draft for next week? Does I have
Elimination Chamber. Why do you have an idea? Do you want to shoot us?
I was gonna say best elimination chambers.
I feel like there's only like
Yeah,
how many elimination chambers are there?
There's more than 15.
we'll think of something.
Okay,
How about
fine.
best promos? Best promos.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's a good
Alright.
one.
All right. So we are out. Peace.
Goodbye.